Hello everyone, how are you today? I'm doing excellent. It's that special time again. It's time to sit back and look at some houses together. Today I will be featuring 0 American houses. None. No American houses. We are exclusively going to be looking at homes outside of the United States. Now this is really hard to do because maybe like 90, no, I'll say like 80% of the homes on the luxury real estate website I use with the 3D tour are American, and I would say another 10 to 15% are Canadian, and then the rest are outside of the US and Canada. So I feel like I look at a lot of American and Canadian homes. So today I don't even have a Canadian home actually. We'll be looking at a lot of the other continents, not all of them. Shockingly, there were 0 homes with 3D tours available in Antarctica. So, not all the continents. But I do have, fun, long video in store for you all. And I hope that those of you who like my real estate videos are excited and ready to have fun. If you missed my last one, I'll put a link in the description. That one I exclusively looked at London homes, so today I'm kind of continuing that theme, except I didn't stick to one specific city and we're looking globally today. I'm really excited. I think I picked out some fun homes, so let's not wait any longer. Let's jump in and look at the first home together. Are you ready? Now, these homes are in absolutely no particular order. I just kind of randomly arranged them. But we are starting in Australia today. This is a home in Queensland, Australia. And it is 2.6 million Australian dollars. And that's probably US dollars above it. So 1.6 million. 3 beds, 3 baths, 0.15 acres, and don't know what year it's built, but we see this really lovely like landscaped view. I think it looks really nice and cozy, so let's see what the inside looks like. Well, we'll start outside with this cute peach door. I really like that color. I think it's fun. And we're outside, so I don't know if that's like the main entrance. So you know how some homes open into a courtyard? I don't know if that's what we have going on here or not. I guess we'll find out as we walk together. But here's the pool area, and there's like little notes like, okay, they're just pictures. I mean, I can see what it looks like. And they have these like safety barriers up for like children and pets. Okay. It's very pretty out here. Feels like a lovely oasis. Let's go inside. Here's the living and kitchen area. Cute. I always think it's really fun when you have like one of those windows that opens and you can do like bar seating outside. It just feels really like, I don't know, summer vibes. Like, I guess it wouldn't really be summer in Australia since the seasons are, okay, you know what I mean though. I'm just picturing like in the adult of the house like making like frozen treats and like handing them out to kids that are like swimming in the pool, and I just, yeah, think that would be cute. I think the kitchen is like not huge, but I really like it. I know that it's probably like maybe a controversial opinion, all white kitchens, but I would take like white countertops and white cupboards any day over darker, because it's so much easier to see when it's dirty and clean it. I've heard people say who have black countertops that you can never keep them clean. I don't know how true that is, but it's just kind of a clean, classic look. Really gold sink. I'm normally not a huge fan of like gold accents, but I mean, this is okay. It is just so gold. Wow. This must be the pantry, I'm guessing. It looks like a lot of storage. Although you also have this room. Well, no, this is a laundry room. But keeping like the same poles, hardware on the doors, the same gold, even the door handle. So it's very cohesive, and there's like a side entrance. So far, even though it's really expensive, it feels like down to earth luxurious, if you know what I mean. Like, this looks like if I had a really rich friend, they maybe might live here, as opposed to the homes that are like 20 million, and I don't think I've ever personally been friends with someone that could afford that. Oh my god, there are like a million planes out today. I've already had to make so many cuts, and I just started this, so that's not boding well. Anyway, I really like this so far. I think it looks really inviting. It looks luxurious. I don't know what we just did, but still like cozy, comforting. How do I get back? I made my way back. This is fun, this like round dining room. This is definitely a fun vibe. Okay, and then is this a window? Wow. I'm guessing that that's like a staircase. I love this place. If I could afford it, I definitely would. I mean, it's that way with a lot of homes, but this one, because it's less expensive, it feels more like it's something I could theoretically afford in my lifetime, rather than, again, the ones where it's like, if you weren't born rich and you didn't marry rich, you're not getting that house. Okay, so the bedrooms are like open from the outside, and I didn't see like a main like entrance. Like, I don't think that the entrance is like back here. I do think it's through that gate. So yeah, and it's always interesting when houses and rooms are done sort of resort style. I can't go in here where it's like an open entrance exit. I just can't help but think if there's like a really bad storm, and it's pretty well covered, but if the rain was coming in sideways or something, you know, you wouldn't want to you would want to stay covered to get to the different parts of the house. That's the only downside, I think. And that bed is really cute. I like that. And it looks like there's like a tub out there. This door is kind of limiting. Let's see if we can go upstairs. I love this. I think it's so cool. And the white walls are giving kind of a Grecian feel. Okay, this is probably like the main suite. It's not large, you know? It is not large for like a primary suite, but it does have its own balcony, and the bath is back here, I assume. Also, not a huge bathroom for such a expensive home, so kind of surprising there. And I just do find it really interesting how all the different parts of the home all connect via the outdoors. So I guess depends on if you like that or not. There's also a really cute like little outdoor shower. Did you see that? That's really cute. I think this is one of the homes that would benefit if we look through the photos. So I'm gonna go back and we'll flick through the photos now. I really love the interior design, the colors and the patterns and all that. I think it's really very fun. Like this kind of mauve. No, I don't know what color you would call that. This fun orange. Lots of natural woods as well. That helps break up the plain white of the walls and the ceilings and all that. It's a super inviting space. Again, that's so cute. Even these bar stools are really fun and unique. I love it. I think we've started great. See, look at that fun scallop looking tub right there. That's so nice. Although it does look like we're pressed up really close against neighbors. Where was this bathroom? I didn't see this bathroom. I wonder if that's through here past the closet, like there. It's a much bigger, nicer bathroom though than the one that was upstairs. And there's another bathroom we didn't get to see that was like an ensuite. This one. Yeah, actually that's the smallest bathroom, is the one that's up here, and not a large bedroom either. Another cute little seating area, outdoor dining. I feel like whoever lives here loves spending time in this space. I've got solar panels, and it's right on the water. Yeah. See, it's really close to the beach in Queensland. There you go. See? And I'm pretty sure that this was the only house in Australia that had a 3D tour, I think. So that's why we're looking at it. Personally, I really love it. 5 stars. No notes. No, maybe notes, but yeah, this is like a 5-star for me. I can't help but feel we're gonna go downhill now because they can't all be this good, in my opinion at least. Maybe you hated this one though, I don't know. Let's go to the next country. Our next home takes us all the way to the Dominican Republic, and I'll have to say there are no homes in South America that have 3D tours on this website. I don't think I've ever seen a single one. I don't think that the 3D tours are popular there. I mean, a lot of countries just don't do this. Most of Europe, most of Africa, most of Asia, and all of South America, pretty much. Like I said, it's mainly the US, Canada, New Zealand does a few. So this is as close as I could get. Some Caribbean homes have the 3D tours because there's a lot of luxury properties there, and this is one of them. It's 5.9 million USD, 5 beds, 5 baths, 2 half baths, half an acre, 8,255 square feet. It looks like a very modern home with a huge pool, and it's pretty new. It's a pretty new build. I think new build is new build anything under like 3 years? I don't know. So this, I believe, is the entrance. Rather than doors, we have these massive swinging slabs, like absolutely enormous. However, I do find it funny that there's just like a plain old Ring doorbell over here, just like that you would find in anyone's house. This must be the entrance. It must be. Turning around, you'll see another one that enters a beautiful courtyard view. I think it's really quite pretty. There's some bamboo over here. It's really nice. And there are, yeah, this is crazy. I don't think I've ever seen a home open this way. But then the cars are over here. So it's almost like I would think, oh, maybe you can rotate them so that a car could fit through, but clearly this is just for people. Definitely wins an award for one of the most interesting entrances, I think. here are the cars, and then this is probably how like the family enters. And I imagine if you're like a guest, maybe you go through that entrance. Let's take the more down-to-earth entrance. Kind of a boring walk. Oh, we have a kids' playroom right here. That's very cute. Looks like it used to be like a workout room or something with the huge mirrors, but maybe the kids also like that. Okay, so that's like right next to the garage. And then we enter the definition of open concept. It's open. It's very modern, almost brutalist, with these columns, these concrete columns, these unfinished looking floors. The staircase is very brutalist. Personally, I'm not a fan of brutalist design. I do like modern, but this is maybe too modern for me. And I'm really split on if I like open concept or not. I think it's very dependent. This is too much, too open, and too echoey for me, I think. I don't mind a little bit of open concept. This is definitely taking it to the extreme. It's a very minimalist kitchen, which look great in magazines and on paper, but practicality wise, I feel like it just doesn't work this way. Come on, you always must have some sort of mess. There has to be some dishes somewhere, or a pot, salt and pepper. Like, it's impractical for it to be this minimalist, surely. Absolutely enormous freezer, fridge. I'm guessing there's like a pantry / maybe like butler's pantry in there, but we'll never know. So yeah, really open living room. Just not very inviting to me. Like, I don't feel like I want to sit down there and I would be cozy at home. It's too open. And then where's the dining room? I guess it was just that table there. Because then you just have the Eames chair section with just 2 Eames chairs. Just like right there. My guest bathroom, powder room. In here, yeah. Featuring a nice rock wall view. Would have been cooler if it was like a waterfall or something, Really stunt on your guests. Okay, there's just like a little hallway for that, that's it. And a lot of like sliding glass doors leading out to the enormous open concept pool. I know it's just a big pool, but it's funny that it is also like really big. It's like a zero edge, is that what they call them? Or like, that doesn't make sense. 0 degree edge, that's what it is, right? Or no, 0 degree entry is a pool where it like slopes down. I don't know what these are called, where it just like always looks like it's full to the brim. Because it's not an infinity edge pool. Maybe it is. I always kind of think of infinity pools as being like the infinity parts on one end rather than the whole pool. This is a infinity edge pool to the extreme. Okay, so here's the main entrance with yet another massive slab of a door that rotates. They really found a look that they love and they're really sticking with it. Okay, we're gonna go upstairs where I take it the rest of the bedrooms are. Okay, looks like this is like the TV room because there were no TVs downstairs. And I mean, it's pretty cozy as far as like a TV room goes. That looks nice. I would put maybe something a little more light blocking over there, but the recessed lighting's nice. And what's through here? We got a balcony out here. And was this an office? Yeah, whenever we go through these homes and I see artwork up on the walls, sometimes I question if it is the previous owner's artwork or if it was like really quickly staged. Because if it's the owner's artwork, that's always just like, I don't know, to me, this lion painting is really tacky. It almost looks like AI. It almost looks like AI art. In fact, it really does look like AI art. And not only do I find it really tacky, I think it's like not even hung very well. It's like very off center. It needs much bigger painting, or like two things, or one long horizontal. So I always just think it's such a great example of like money can't buy taste. And now I'm stuck. Okay, there's some sort of bathroom in there that's been blurred, whatever that is. That's interesting. But yeah, the artwork choices of some of these luxury homes is just like, there's often no cohesive look or style, and it just seems like they were just paying for art for the sake of art, which maybe they were. We don't know. Okay, maybe one of the kids lives here. Really nice balcony. And is this a sliding like privacy divider? Because I see the line along with the track along the floor. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, that's kind of neat idea. And they have an ensuite with bidet. Wow. It's still quite a cold looking home, you know, a lot of cold, bare sort of floors and walls. Not my thing. Some people are really into it. If I were gonna live in a place like this, I would think I would like warmthen it up with a lot of rugs and textures. Throw pillows and throw blankets. Anything to make it look a little, more inviting. Okay, and then this bathroom looks identical to the other one, down to the bidet. So you have two bedrooms, and there was the playroom downstairs, but we've yet to see the main squeeze. No, don't go downstairs. It's not a main squeeze, the main event. Pietro lives here, I take it, in a font that feels racist. Oh, we're doubling down on the font. Love that. They love a decal, this family. They're cute in kids' rooms, I think, yeah. And then the ensuite, I take it, looks like I can't even really go in. Looks the exact same as the others. This must be the primary suite. Weird that they can't really go in the closet. It is just okay. Where's the bathroom? Was it through the closet? Let me view the dollhouse. Sometimes it's like weird how you kind of can't access things, but like, look, clearly we could. It's a very nice, very big closet, but I don't love the whole go through the closet to the bathroom thing. I don't love that. Yeah. Or the reverse, go through the bathroom to get to the closet. I guess I just like them being very separate kind of spaces. It's definitely the nicest out of all of the bathrooms. Very, very large walk-in shower, nice recessed lighting, and the little private potty room with the bidet. Was there anything we missed then, since like we couldn't really access this? Yeah, all the 3 rooms are like, you know, very similar, all with matching en suites, and this office with the bathroom, the closet. Can we actually go in? It's weird that like it looks like there was more of the closet than we could actually see. It's definitely not for me, this house. It's getting maybe a 2, which I think is kind of generous. Like, clearly they have kids, right? This does not say child friendly to me. This is corporate retreat that I'm stuck at. This does not give the joys of children's laughter. Look at all these like hard surfaces. And like based on the kids' playroom, I feel like at least one of the kids is pretty young. All these sharp edges, and it looks so uninviting for children. I know you can't plan your entire house around your child, but it just doesn't seem family friendly to me. Anyway, yeah, I'm sticking with my 2 because while I don't like it, it wasn't as awful as some other houses that I can think of that we've seen, which would definitely be 1s in my book. So it's a 2 for me. This looks like a little kid's room. I don't know. I can't focus on this. Anyway, if you're shopping in the DR for your non-family friendly home, and yeah, built in, clearly a family lives here, but it was only built 2 years ago. I wonder why they're moving. So it's not very long, you know? Okay, next house. For everyone who just finished watching The White Lotus, the latest season, we are going to Thailand. I thought that we like never get to look at any houses in Asia, absolutely ever, because they're just not listed on the site. But there are a few apartments in Bangkok, Thailand, that you can see, and this is one of them, and this was the most expensive one. It's much more reasonable price at a little under $500,000 US, which is 16 million baht. The baht's USD conversion is obviously crazy, but look at this. It's a little under $500,000, and it's a little under 500 square feet. So it is tiny, but it's right in the heart of Bangkok, if you can look at the map. Yeah, see? So this is not going to take long to go through. So I do think it says it's a duplex, and there were a couple of these for sale in this residence, so this must be one of them, but one of them was way more expensive than the other one, so I don't know why that's the case, but they were built just last year in 2024 apparently. So it looks very luxuriously staged. We have the kitchen and dining kind of all happening at once. I mean, in this kind of square footage, you are not going to be getting a big kitchen, right? So this is as good as it gets, with the dining just being right there, and the living room right off the dining room. And it does feel a little bit bigger by the fact that we have these like 2-story high windows and ceilings with these massive drapes. I mean, that does feel, it's called cloud residences. You can kind of see like the word there, is that the actual skyline though? Because it looks amazing. Like, this is like clearly an incredible view. Wow. That is so gorgeous. You could feel unstoppable up here. This is probably... I just heard like a... That's weird. I heard what sounded like a cat noise. Both of them are asleep in here. Marcy's on the bed and Pippin's in his little cat bed on the floor. I don't know what that was. And Leia's in another room the other direction, so... Okay, continuing. I was saying, like, this is one of the more attainable properties. Like, it might be the cheapest house we've ever looked at on the channel. Maybe. Still, I mean, $500,000, you know, not cheap, but this is way more the average person, middle class person could buy this. Very tiny though. Okay, it's a full bathroom. Full bathroom with bidet. And here we have bedroom, so it's a 2-bedroom, I take it. I like the pillows, it's very cute. And then there's just barely enough room for the bed. It's very much like a nice hotel room. Like, I remember staying in a hotel room in New York a long time ago, and there was like less than a foot of space between the bed and the wall. Because, you know, it's like in some big cities, real estate is just that way. And this is, as far as the closet, I think this is about as good as it gets. It looks like, you know, we have other sort of closet spaces like here and here, but walk-in, you can forget a walk-in. So going upstairs, and we have yet another kind of living room area, which is pretty nice for a place of this size. Although, given that it is so small, I would have preferred maybe like another bedroom, I think. Like, if this were my place, I'd probably turn this into like an office area. Are these more closets? Okay. And then we have an actual walk-in. So we didn't have a walk-in downstairs, but we do have one up here. And a vanity. And then this is probably the main bedroom. And it looks like, does that garden come with, like, do you have access to that garden? But it's the exact same size bedroom, you know, as the one downstairs. Huge TV for here. So there's no, it's really interesting that they chose to not put a bathroom up here, right? Like, instead you have a second living room rather than like a really nice ensuite bath. That's kind of surprising, because like you could totally have done it like, what I probably would have done is like a door here, walk-in closet, bathroom, or bedroom, bathroom, although I know they wanted the views. Anyway, like I said, really, really tiny. And I didn't pick up on there being like a garden or a balcony up there. That's crazy. You can see it from here though. Wait. Can you? Wait, this is the lower story. I feel like I need to look at more pictures. Okay. What is that right outside the window? Because this is not helping me. Oh, okay, so this was actually where the laundry is. I hadn't thought about the fact that there was no laundry room. So not closet space there, that is washer dryer. Yeah, I mean, like, I think it's nice. I think it's really lovely and luxurious, but I would probably shop around, see what else, you know, your money could get you. Amazing view though, like really amazing view. this must be a rendering of what the rest of it's supposed to look like. This is the tower, the cloud residences. Yeah, see, that's definitely not what the actual skyline looks like. That's not. It looks like just a 2D plane image that they've pasted there. That looks more real. Now I'm like super confused. Okay, well, if you ever decide to run away to Thailand, then I guess this is an ideal residence for modern Bangkokians with a dynamic lifestyle. Okay. We are in South Africa with, I'm pretty sure, our first South African home. I don't think we've ever been to South Africa as far as I can remember. It looks like a big modern residence. 1.1 million USD, 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, 6,000 square feet on kind of a smaller lot. It's a big square footage. Doesn't say what year it was built, but I'm really excited for our first South African house. Alright, let's see what it looks like. I realized I forgot to rate the last house, the Thailand place. So I give it a solid 3. I do think it's a solid 3. Like, pro, it's not as expensive as other places. Con, it's way tinier than other places. You know, for your money, it's very luxurious, but then you're definitely compromising on a lot of stuff like closet space, a full laundry room, home office, stuff like that. So that was a solid 3, and let's see what we think of this one. Looks like there's a lot of construction work, another house being built next door. Also, another one of those old school ring cams. I say old school because I'm pretty sure the newer model doesn't look like that that's like a few years old model, but what do I know? Okay, here's the entrance. Wow. Oh, okay, very interesting. Not what I was expecting. Looks like we have like a wine. Wow, okay, not just wine though, scotch and like other things in here. This is probably one of the cooler like alcohol rooms that I've seen of all the alcohol rooms we've looked at, and there have been so many. It's pretty cool actually. I don't know why I'm reminded of like a museum so far. Something about the floor and the lighting. It feels like a museum. I don't know. This must be the garage. And what's up these little stairs? Okay, oh, like a little private apartment. Very cute. Oh, this is very cute. Little kitchen with full washer dryer, microwave and fridge, coffee maker, view of the house was being built, and a dishwasher. This is a bigger kitchen than I think the Thailand place had. There's even like bar seating back there. Wow. Private deck. Wow. Not a lot of room to walk right here. It's kind of a tight corner with a really pretty big bathroom. This little apartment alone is like the size of the last place. No wonder this place is 6,000 square feet. Yeah, I really like it, and I like how it's detached from the rest of the house by being like right at the entrance and right off the garage, so you could have friends or family just be like, go through that door, I'll be upstairs, don't bother me. Cute. Yeah, very cute. Okay, and then like I said, up these stairs to the rest of the house. These lighting fixtures are weird. Yeah, that's all I'll say. Wow. I'm still getting museum. And there's a guy in the mirror. He's gone. not exactly what I thought this place was gonna look like from the outside view. For some reason, I don't know why. I definitely had a picture in my mind. The exterior looked kind of like a popular modern house from like 10, 15, 20 years ago, but this inside looks very different. I was picturing like a dated, modern, kind of a cool lighting fixture. It's so random that they have this like little skylight thing in the ceiling from down there, but I kind of love it. It did make that downstairs space feel much brighter. I love these old school fire pit things. It's really fun. It's really fun. Alright, then there's another deck out here. It looks like a pool. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. Let's look at the kitchen. Oh, I actually really like this. I didn't do like first impressions of the outside, but I didn't think I was going to like it. I thought I would give it a 2 or a 3, whereas I'm leaning more 4. I will say I have a thing against, I have an ick for some reason. I don't like glossy counters. I don't know why. Glossy countertop is okay, but the actual counters themselves, the cupboards, I don't like them being glossy. I like them matte. Look. They just look smudgy, like fingerprinty, if they're glossy. I think maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Like, I've lived in places where they have had that and kind of, I don't know, I just don't like it. I also think that this is like too many things in a row, you know? It's like boom, boom, boom. Like oven, coffee maker thing. Like it's just a lot in a row. I think it would have maybe looked better to like break it up. Put one on the other end. Oh my god, what just happened? Okay, we're in the other kitchen because it's one of those homes. Wow. So there's another fridge and sink and dishwasher and all that. And this looks like a very nice kitchen as is, but it's only one of 2 kitchens. I love that we're doing like a sunken conversation pit style living room, kind of like the old, you know, the conversation pit was a totally different kind of thing, but they're so tacky, but they're kind of fun, you know. I think I like them. This isn't totally a conversation pit, it's just recessed from the rest of the house level. This is, by the way, what I mean when I said earlier that I like some types of open concept. This is definitely an open floor plan. Everything flows easily from the living room to the kitchen, and there aren't any doors blocking you or even very many walls impeding you in your vision, right? I can see right through all the way to the dining room. However, they feel segmented enough to have their own room. Like this, it's very clearly a room, and then you have this bit, and then you have this bit under a different level roof. So this is my idea of an open floor, an open concept home that I like. So let me know your thoughts on that. Whereas the ones in the home where it's just like literally one long room, like a shipping container, that I don't like. But when it feels like everything has its separate place and its space, even here tucked away, I can do that. I like that actually, because that way you do kind of feel connected to your friends and family while not like right on top of them, not like they could overhear you talking. And I've heard, although I don't have children, I've heard that it's nice when you have kids, like, to be able to Like, say you're working in this kitchen, you know, and you can see your kids playing over here or over here while not being like right on top of them. I love this central courtyard, and I like how it feels private because of how high up these walls go. But this rock feature is really cool. It looks very inviting. It looks like a pizza oven sort of thing here too. Oh, can I go up there? I don't think so. Okay. Let's go down here. I think there's probably a little bathroom here. It was a very interesting sink. I have never seen a sink like that. The 2 mirrors is odd. Like, mirror being there by the sink, above the sink, makes sense. I'm questioning why there's a mirror above the toilet. I feel like it would scare me. I open the door and I'm like, oh, it's just me. There's also a mirror right there. Okay. I'm met with like dueling staircases. Okay, let's go up this one because it's shorter. Little mini balcony. We're gonna hit up this bedroom first. I like the warm floors. They're like very brown, very honey oak. And I know it's like I saw someone saying it's a controversial opinion to like the honey oak floors because some people hate them. There's definitely a fine line between this color and like the cherry oak that was popular. I really despise the cherry oak. So controversial opinion there too. I'm sure some people like it. I like this level. This is probably as far as I would go, like in terms of a warm oak kind of floor, like as far warm and dark and orangey I would go, because I normally like a less saturated white oak kind of look, but I actually do really like this. It feels homey, but I like that they don't have too much of it. Okay, and we'll go in this bedroom with a very nice PC setup and printer, so it's kind of like an office. The view is a lot of other homes. Interesting that they have like a little shield here for, I guess, when you open this window up, I guess it slides. But it's interesting that they have a little protector thing there. And then here we have bathroom. See, the bathroom, this is something I don't like. I don't love how gray it is, and I feel like the plantation shutters do not match the vibe. Otherwise, I love this big tub. It looks fun. Yeah, everything's just kind of mismatchy in here. This color, all this. Nothing's really fitting. Okay, and then this one is taking us to an actual next floor. Kind of cute how you have like a little stopping point here to enjoy the garden. That's very cute. I like how many levels there are to this home. Like, I do actually really like that. It's not like a first floor, second floor kind of deal. Okay, we're going straight into a closet. A very, very big walk-in closet. So this whole top floor must be the primary suite, which is interesting. But it's a little odd that it's so far from the rest of it. Again, I don't like this bathroom. They completely missed me on the bathroom. This dark orangey wood is totally out of place with this cold gray look. Like, yeah. Maybe, like, I would have maybe just done this with the floor. Something different with the walls, and then you could still keep that. Also, it's so many lights. It's so many lights on the ceiling. And because the walls are shiny, you get the reflections of them, like, everywhere. I just don't like that. Yeah, so they've definitely missed me at the bathrooms. Oh, I missed this, I suppose. cool detail. Once again, feels museum-y though, somehow. Not that I have a problem with this. I love museums. That's like my favorite thing to do, is to go to an aquarium or a museum. So feeling like you live in a museum is definitely a goal for me, house goal. It's just an interesting choice. This must be another one of those fireplaces, is it? Because it's not ventilating. Unless it goes like in. Huh. I think it's interesting. A couple of the bedrooms now have done like some sort of interesting pattern behind the bed rather than just like a plain wall or artwork. They've gone for this texture, which I'm intrigued by. I don't necessarily love this one, but it's a cool idea, I think, rather than like a headboard. I like the built-in desk though, and the view is beautiful. Their garden is lovely. Oh, and look, there's another spire. This looks directly above the one down there, so it goes all the way down. That is really cool. Does that mean that there's a skylight here? There's not. Okay. Then that's kind of weird. So there's no pool here. Let's do the 360. No, but this is like the roof. I mean, I do really like it. It's yeah, look how many like levels and layers that it is on. So see, it does line up, but I thought that this one existed here because you had these huge windows here, so it was like letting in light there down to the bottom floor. But now I'm like, oh, I guess it's also letting in light all the way up there. Yeah, there's something really fun that I enjoy about this house. It's getting a 4 for me. I'm sticking with my 4. Yeah. I think the thing that I really don't like is how it looks from the outside. I don't really like the exterior of it. I just like the interior. There is a pool. Where was this? Where was this pool? So I did see a little corner of a pool there. I thought it was crazy, and I thought maybe I was seeing something like across the street. Wow, the view is gorgeous too. It going from day to night, you know, really changes the vibes of a place, and I think homes are cozier at night. Nice to know that this one's really cozy. Where was the pool? So that is a fireplace, so it must vent it out and up. I don't know where that little pool was though. It's tiny. It looked like, yeah, the exterior looks like kind of a maze, like, because I couldn't even find this pool. Anyway, so it is out here off, like up there. Can I just like see it again? Hold on. No, don't do the whole thing. I just wanna so it is like right there. You can kind of see. Oh, here's a 3D tour. Okay, that's the most you can see of the pool, and I guess you could also see it if maybe you went in like one of these bedrooms. Okay, you can kind of see the pool here. We didn't really look down. Anyway, it's a 4. Now we are over to France for our only European home of the day. You guys have maybe heard me say before that France is got like a lot of 3D tours, but they're all locked behind like a password where you have to like contact the real estate agent and ask them for the password to see the 3D tour. And I am not going to do that. I will never do that. That sounds so embarrassing. So this was the only one pretty much I could find that you can actually see the tour. It's not locked or anything. So it's $5.5 million, 6 bedrooms, 6 baths, well, 6 full baths, 6 half baths, a lot of bathrooms. Anything beyond 7 bathrooms is crazy. Like, you could use a different bathroom every day of the week. Isn't that crazy? Almost 6,000 square feet and a little over half an acre. And it doesn't really tell us what year it was built. Sometimes I like to see. I mean, I assume this is an older home. But yeah, let's peek into this French chateau. It's not really a chateau, but and see what we think. So this house is interesting. It has a little visual blueprint of where you are in the house, which I don't think I have seen that before in a Matterport. It even shows you what level you're on. Oh, that's how you get rid of it. I think I'll leave it up because I actually do kind of like having that little visual reminder of where I am, because I love blueprints. That's how this all started. Like, as a kid, I was so into floor plans and blueprints and maps, and then I kind of channeled that love and obsession into like architecture and homes. So, okay, I'm pretty sure this is the front door. And there's right away, there's stairs up and stairs down, as it says. Stairs on the map, floor plan. It's interesting inside, and not quite what I was expecting. Let's go into the kitchen dining area. Oh, I kind of like it. It's a lot more modern inside than I thought it was going to be based on the exterior. Once again, I think based on the exterior, I was expecting to not love this. But it's kind of cute. Yeah, I do kind of like it. Ooh, this is a fun living room. I like how it's surrounded on 3 sides by these big window sliding doors. It's very nice, and they completely open. Yeah, I guess looking at it, maybe it is more of a modern home. I thought maybe it was an older home that they renovated, but maybe it's just a newer home. Okay, here's a interior design like argument that gets had all the time, and people are always debating back and forth. Should curtains kiss the ground or not? So when they just like are slightly on the floor like this, it's called kissing the ground. I am of the mind that they should be above the floor. Not by a lot, by an inch or 2. I just think, and this is an okay level of kissing the floor, but I've seen some that really hang a lot more. It just looks kind of dirty to me and pooling. And see, I think I've changed my opinion on this, because I think I used to like the pooling on the floor look a little bit. It kind of looks decadent. But now I'm like, no. I think I like them just hovering above the floor a tiny bit. And so they are really, really split. So I'm curious what you think. Personally, all my curtains are above the floor a little bit, obviously, because that's what I like, but it was also because the standard like length of curtain that I got and where I had to hang the curtain rod, that's just where it naturally went. And I'm pretty sure when I hung up curtains in my bedroom a few years ago, I wanted them to touch the floor, but it wasn't gonna work because of the length of the curtain and the curtain rod. And after they went up, I was like, you know what, no, I actually do prefer this. So I'm glad. I think maybe that's where my change of view started. So anyway, continuing on into this little dining room, and I think it's a really cute decision to separate out a room with something you can kind of see through, like a bookcase. I think it's cute. You break up the space while still keeping it open, keeping a bit of a flow. So this is the living room. I don't know if this is, I guess it is. You got a projector And oh no, we went straight through that. I was just curious if you could like pull something across, like slide it over. Where does the projector come out? Here? Oh my gosh. And then there's even like office kind of space here. This guy's arms are freakishly long. Oh. Okay, he's holding the torch. No, they still look long. But they're not that bad, I guess. Okay. Are these built-ins? They look like they maybe like sit just below. I mean, there's a track running along there for like curtains or something maybe, so I have to think that these are not built-ins and they just put them there. Odd decorating choices here. And then we have one of the many half baths in here. It's very cute. Oh no, it's a full bath. Never mind. Okay, so we've seen all of this floor. Shall we go down? Is this an elevator, do you think? This right here? I guess I can peek in and see. Oh look, it's like a cat room. See? Oh, I feel bad, like, and people have like dedicated rooms to like their cats and dogs. On one hand, it's kind of cute because like you love your pets and you want to give them their own space, but on the other hand, I always want them with me. I don't want to delegate a room to them where it's like that's where you eat and you drink and you have your toys and all that. Even if it's not cute and aesthetic to have all their cat furniture out or like their dog beds and their toys, I still like want them to be with me. So also, I'm just not wealthy enough to have a dedicated room for my pets. I need all those rooms for me. I'm not giving one to my animals. Okay, let's see our first bedroom, and it's on the bottom floor. And talk about open concept, guys. It is all open. I know these are structural and probably load bearing, but I hate these black columns just in the middle of the room. Again, I'm sure they're load bearing. What's going on back here? This is fun. This would be such a cozy little reading nook space, wouldn't it? I kind of love this. I want to see back there more. Yeah, I don't know how you feel about these sort of open concept bedroom bathroom deals. I need a little bit more separation between the two rooms for me. Like at least a half wall with like a fogged glass or something. I don't know. At least the toilet has its own room. At least you don't have to just sit and use the toilet in front of whoever else is here. Okay, this was a very interesting room. We have a hallway here, and here's the alcohol room. It's very cave-like. Is this like particle board or chipboard for the ceiling? It looks cheap. And then like all the rocks they've put down there. Do you have to step onto the rocks to take the wine out? Yeah, I don't know. This feels very supervillain. Okay, I feel like there's doors here, but can't really get through them. I don't know, man. This downstairs space has a real liminal space vibes to it. Like, I don't think I like it down here. What's in there? My guess is a theater room, like a cinema room. Guess we'll never know. Okay. So we have the gym slash pool all in one. And it's an indoor pool. And it looks like, I guess you could kind of open it to outside. Just feel like it'd get real humid in here. Like real moist and gross. All the water and the chlorine or whatever. Wow, okay, this place is really just kind of taking me along for a roller coaster. It's a solid 3 right now. Oh, that looks like a crack. That runs like all the way through. I don't know how bad that is. You know, some houses just shift and settle a little bit as they age, and the cracks are not really a big deal, but if they're like structural cracks, that's a whole different issue. That's cute. I always want to get, again, it's weird that this is where they put the cat furniture. I always want to get something like that for my cats, like a really cute piece of like furniture, like a miniature couch for them to put in the living room, but I'm like, what if they never use it? I have at least one piece of cat furniture they've never used. So, I don't want to waste my money. Besides, they just sit on my furniture. Like, they sit on my bed and on the couch. They're just all over it. Okay, let's go here first. Cute built-ins. Fun window vibe here. I kind of like this bedroom a lot, actually. Even though it's awkward that the bed can't go up against the wall. And here's the little ensuite. It's nice. I like the terracotta color in here. So, I'm liking the upstairs so far. Looks so nice. Nice view out into nature. Okay, and then we have a bathroom. So hold up, the bedroom is through the bathroom? No. No. Remember when I said how I hate when like the closet's through the bathroom or the bathroom's through the closet? Well, I guess those are fine compared to bedroom through the bathroom. What? Oh my god. This is more bathroom than it is bedroom. Right? Look at it. The bathroom ends here and it's all this. And this is the only part that's the bedroom. Which is crazy. Like, I don't know, there's just so much space here. This is a wild, wild living space. And I don't enjoy the rustic look of this and this. It looks like it's gonna give me a splinter. Compared to how smooth and modern and polished the rest of it is, you just look like you're a poser, you know? Poser doors. I'm so split on this house, which I think makes it a perfect 3. You can, at the very least, curtain off this if you want. You still have to step through the shower though. And now we have a really, really, really long hallway with another bedroom that looks like we can't access. Okay. They love an open concept bathroom situation, don't they? Like it's open to the ceiling and there's not much of a door, and they love these rustic closet door things. So I weirdly do like the upstairs more, I think. I really like the raised ceilings and all that. It's kind of fun, and like these fun like clear story kind of windows. I like all that. But the rest of it I feel really weird about, and it's absolutely massive. Yeah. It's still a 3. It's just a 3 for me. Let me see the photos. feel like there were a couple of bedrooms that we missed. Like, it's not worth 5.5 million to me. I don't know which one of these bedrooms I would want. Yeah, they are really into their open concept bathrooms. Is this a French thing? You guys really into like public bathing or something? Okay, yeah, it's a 3. It's a 3 for me. So we have one house left. What are we gonna think? Let's go. The last house is in New Zealand. When I was looking around Australia, you know, I just saw that one Australian home, but then I saw so many in New Zealand. I thought, it's been a while since we've looked over here, so let's have a little look. It's in Queenstown. Price upon request. So we actually don't know how much this house costs, but it's kind of a more modest seeming home. 4 beds, 2 baths, under 3,000 square feet, about 2,700, third of an acre, and it's got that fun, it's a very like Scandinavian looking home to me. So I'm intrigued to see what I think. I feel like I'm gonna like it. Okay, a more modest entryway, not a giant rotating slab. And we're in a hallway. Looks like a lot of main living spaces here. Oh, very nice. This is again another very, very open concept. I'm kind of torn if I like it or not. Again, I don't normally love these ones that are like everything's just in one long rectangle, but I'm just really in love with these windows, and I think I'm like, look, I'm excusing it just for these windows. They are so beautiful. However, I feel like everyone can see inside. A lot of the houses look very similar around here. I like the living room part of this with the big fireplace. I don't like this kitchen. It is so white. This is not what I mean when I say that I don't mind all white. I don't know. This is like insane asylum white. It's not awful, but it's not my fave. What's through here? Oh, like a little private, I guess could be like the little cinema room or something. See, these curtains are kissing the floor. This is probably a better length than the last one. I don't want them to pool at all. Then it feels like they're gathering dust. Like it feels like they're dusting the floor every time you open and shut them. Love all the natural light though. I love these big sliding doors out into the porch. That looks very inviting. We have a pantry. And it is more like just a pantry rather than like the separate kitchen. They are incredibly organized. That is a lot of spices. Sometimes I think like, oh, it would be nice to like organize my little, you know, my spices like this, and like pastas and flours and stuff, but like it kind of feels like a waste of jars to get all this when you could just keep them in the packages they came in, you know? So yeah, and maybe it's not as aesthetic, but you're not buying a bunch of extra crap. It does look like a lived-in pantry though, like, you know, it's like someone who actually cooks, but then this part is so white and like spotless. So it's interesting because like the rest of it's very segmented off the house, but then that one room was like so open floor plan. We can actually go in the garage. Interesting walls in the garage. They kind of look unfinished. Alright, here's a little powder room with a teeny tiny little sink. They're so cute. I mean, I get it. it's not a big room, but I feel like it's a big enough powder room. They could have gone a little bit bigger. Normally I see those tiny sinks squeezed into a room like half the size. Okay. Here we have an office. This is a very bland looking room. Very bland looking. Not a lot to say about it. Laundry. Okay. Also a pretty bland laundry room. Side entrance. Okay, we have a bedroom, which looks onto the little patio out here where you can eat. Other than that, it feels kind of corporate, like their furniture and the carpet and all that, and the like empty white walls. Kind of feels like an office, weirdly. So I'm not loving the rest of the house. Here's another bathroom. A full bathroom. And here's another bedroom. I think I just really don't like this carpet. It looks like an office floor to me for some reason. I think I'm just really anti-carpet though. I'm over it. I would love to rip up the carpet in my house. I'm thinking about doing that. But it's like a bit daunting to move all your furniture out. Like, it's my bedroom that I think about. Like, I have to take my whole bed out to do that. And then pay to put in new floors. Like, sounds exhausting. I'd rather just hate the carpet that I have. And then here's the main bedroom. There's just something so boring about all these rooms. Like, they have no personality in life. Like, they've tried to do something with like the bedspread and the furniture, but this is clashing. This really red furniture is not meshing with the cool, cold white gray. So it's not enmeshed. I like the look of the house, and I like a lot of the windows and the natural light. But man, you gotta change this carpet. You gotta put something on the walls. Like, we gotta do something here, because this is not it. I give this a 3. The floor plan is interesting. What do you make of it? Like, everything being off this hallway, and then the other side of the hallway is the big room, the room. I'm tempted to drop it down to a 2 because I really just don't like it. See, figures, I thought I was gonna like it from the outside and I didn't. Versus the ones where I was like, ooh, I don't like that outside. And I liked the interior. Because again, I love when it's all just in this one big space. I also just feel like the way they want to do interior design doesn't match the contemporary look of the house. They seem to like a warmer rustic look, modern farmhouse kind of style, and the rest of the house is not giving off that vibe. Yeah, it's a pass for me. It's like a 3. I don't think I'd go so far as to give it a 2 because the actual 2 in this I liked so much less. But it's not a strong 3. It's a low 3. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, well, hate to go out on a whimper like that, but I think that's the point we're at. This is it. Well, I hope you had fun with me. Another, what did we do, like 6 houses today? Another 6 houses in the books from all across the globe. Let me know what was your favorite, what was your least favorite, or if you want to like go through and rank them like out of 5 like I did, feel free to do that. Feel free to weigh in on any of my interior design takes or opinions. I always love hearing from you guys. I totally forgot to do mascara today. I was doing my makeup and I've been really lazy lately and I haven't been doing a lot of makeup, and I realized I totally skipped doing my eyelashes. Wow. I have like no eyelashes anyway, but darkening them a bit is like helps. I can't believe I forgot to do that. You can like see them kind of like poking down because they're so straight. And of course I noticed this after we filmed the entire video. It's fine, I don't really care. It wouldn't be the only time that I didn't do it because I was lazy. Alright, I had a ton of fun with you guys. Thank you so much for joining me on another fun house tour video. I will also put the link to my whole playlist that I've put together for all of the house tour videos. And as always, if you want to see me do more of these, then engage with the algorithm by liking the video or commenting below. And if you're not already subscribed, you know, why not? It's just 1 second to click the button and help support me. So, night night for now, everyone. See you next time. Bye bye.